Hey everyone, so you're looking at the RME 12Mic Dante and wondering if this is the right move for your setup or if you're about to drop serious cash on something that won't actually fit your workflow. I get it. You don't want to end up with a preamp that's either overkill for your needs or missing something critical when you're in the middle of a session. The good news. This isn't just another rack-mounted MIC pre, it's a networked powerhouse, and if you're running Dante in your studio or live rig, it might be exactly what you need. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Now, let's talk about who this is really for. If you're still running everything analog patch bays, snakes, and a ton of converters, this could simplify your life a lot. The 12Mic Dante gives you 12 clean preamp channels, all streaming over Dante, which means you can route them straight into your DAW or digital mixer without a single analog cable in sight. That's huge if you're tired of dealing with latency or signal degradation from long cable runs. But if you're a solo podcaster or someone who only ever records 1 or 2 mics at a time, this is probably way more than you need. You'd be better off with a smaller interface that still gives you clean preamps without the network complexity. One thing that stood out to me is the input flexibility. You've got 4 Combo XLR TRS-TS inputs, which means you can plug in mics, line-level sources, or even instruments directly. That's not something every 12-channel preamp offers, and it's a nice bonus if you ever need to record a synth or a DI guitar alongside your mics. The headphone output is also a practical touch, useful for monitoring or quick checks without tying up your main outputs. And the ADAT outputs. They let you expand even further if you've got another ADAT-compatible device lying around. But here's the thing, this isn't a plug-and-play solution for everyone. Dante networking is fantastic when it works, but if you're not already familiar with network routing, VLANs, or Dante controller, you're going to hit a learning curve. The 12Mic Dante doesn't come with a ton of hand-holding. It assumes you know how to set up a Dante network, assign devices, and manage latency settings. If you're used to just plugging in USB and hitting record, this might feel like overcomplicating things. And while the preamps themselves are solid, they're not boutique-level transformers, so if you're chasing that vintage color, this isn't the box to get it. Another trade-off is the physical setup. You're looking at a 1U rack mount unit, so if your studio space is tight, this might not be the most elegant solution. It's not huge, but it's not tiny either. And while the build feels sturdy, it's not the kind of indestructible rack gear you'd expect from something like a Neve or API. It's more of a get-the-job-done kind of build, which is fine if you're not touring with it. So where does the value actually come from? For live sound engineers or studio owners who need to scale their setup without adding more converters or interfaces, the 12Mic Dante is a game changer. You can daisy-chain multiple units over Dante, sync them with word clock, and control everything from a single network. That's a huge time saver and reduces cable clutter. But if you're a home studio owner who only records occasionally, the cost might not justify the features. You'd be better off with a smaller, simpler interface that still gives you clean preamps without the network overhead. At the end of the day, the RME 12Mic Dante is a niche product, but for the right person, it's a great niche product. If you're already in the Dante ecosystem or planning to be, this is a smart investment. If you're not, you might want to start with something simpler first. Either way, make sure you've got a plan for how you'll integrate it before pulling the trigger. Check it out, and if it fits your workflow, it could be exactly what you need. Link is in the description.